Hello, New York, and good morning on this wonderful sunny day. We got a light sheet of clouds rolling in from the ocean, but there's nothing to really worry about from those clouds. Now here's Alyssa. A man was found wandering the streets of New York this morning, complaining of severe pains in his abdomen. He claimed that the only way to alleviate his stress and pain was to perform liver exercises. Alyssa, what are liver exercises?
I honestly have no idea.
Neither do I.
Moving on.
The case of Mr. Gatsby's parties in West Egg going slightly awry and causing damage to other people's property are finally being settled in court today. However, Mr. Gatsby himself is not quite so lucky. Eyewitness reports say that Mr. George Wilson walked into the West Egg mansion of Mr. James Gatsby and opened fire on him with a revolver as he sat relaxing in his pool. Then, Mr. Wilson ended his own life with the same pistol. Eyewitness reports say that the gardener discovered the crime when he found Wilson's body alongside Gatsby's. It is believed that Mr. Wilson was seeking what he believed would be revenge for the death of his wife, Myrtle Wilson, earlier that same day. Now we go to Chelsea in the field for more on this shocking report.
Thanks, Sam. Now, police reports say that she was hit by an auto and that she was killed on impact. The yellow car seemed to have swerved and corrected itself, so it may have been intentional. The victim was Miss Myrtle Wilson. It was widely known that the owner of the big yellow car was having an affair with Miss Myrtle Wilson. His name is Tom Buchanan. Eyewitness reports that the car was yellow, brand new, and it passed him going about 50-60 miles an hour. Back to you, Sam.
Thank you, Chelsea.
It's terrible that these events occurred. Gatsby's friend Nick Carraway is making arrangements for his funeral. We'll try to get Tom Buchanan in for an interview later. Maybe even Nick, Gatsby's friend. We'll try to get interviews for everyone involved in this case.
Some employees at Gatsby Mansion have reported that he had been inviting a Miss Daisy Buchanan over to his house for several days. They would often spend time alone, and she was the wife of Mr. Tom Buchanan, the man who owned, reportedly, the yellow automobile that ended the life of Mrs. Wilson.
This case is really heating up now with 3 deaths and a pair of cheaters.
In other news, a recent book came out by Mr. F. Scott Fitzgerald. I highly recommend you all read it. We need to cut to break from one of our wonderful sponsors, but when we return, flappers showing their ankles, should we allow this? Well, hey there, New Yorkers. Who needs a pair of glasses? Come on down to Dr. T.J. Eckelberg's. We have serviced plenty of our fine New York customers since 1918. We serviced many, many customers and received very, very positive feedback on our new billboard that we have put on the transit between the eggs of New York and the main Manhattan City. One wonderful customer reports: the eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg are blue and gigantic, from a pair of enormous yellow spectacles, which are not these, which pass over a non-existent nose.
This is a reflection of society.
Clearly that fine customer is referring to my billboard in the New York Valley of Ashes.
Why would you put it in there?
Why would I put a billboard in the Valley of Ashes? I'm glad you asked. You see, the Valley of Ashes is cold and dreary. Not a lot of competition for billboards, if you know what I mean. Nice and cheap. It doesn't cost me any. Plus, with all the ashes around the place and my bright yellow billboard, you don't notice the bad around it. You just focus on the good.
This is a reflection of society.
Now another customer says that all they can see over the ash heaps are the gigantic eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg. And a final customer says that as he followed someone over a whitewashed railroad fence, he noticed the all-seeing eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg. Okay, one thing, who follows people through the Valley of Ashes through a whitewashed fence? But hey, I've got those all-seeing eyes. And you can too if you stop down by Dr. T.J. Eckelberg to get your eyes fixed with some newfangled glasses. And what if you're trying to drive a new automobile? Ain't nothing gonna help you if you can't see. You'll be crashing, losing your wheels, and thinking you can still drive on only 3 wheels. Won't help you none. I helped out a certain fella, gave him a big old pair of owl-eye spectacles, and he just loved it. Reads as many books as he wants. I'll see you next time, New York. Now here's Alyssa. Stop it. Hello, New York, and good morning on this wonderful sunny day. We got a light...
Sam. Now, reports say that
Just keep going. We can cut it. Going?
I forgot.
Some water. Thank you. We have serviced plenty of our fine New York customers since 1993. Even though it's the future to that. You can tell by the wolf behind me that everything here appears just fine.
This case is really heating up now with 3 deaths. And cheaters.
We have serviced many customers. You just focus on the good.
It's not pausing.
Chelsea.